Hello. We're about to go head to head to see who can hunt the best whiskey. This is Battle of the Bottles.
Good job.
And the way the show works is each week the three of us hunt for whiskey at a set price point and reveal them here to base them off of three criteria. We have taste, uniqueness, and backstory. We then declare somebody the Golden Retriever, and the Golden Retriever then gets to take all three bottles of whiskey home.
First up, we got Jacob for the under $50 bottle.
Alright guys, I'm about to intro my bottle. Are you ready? Today, I brought something, a little something called...
Can you hurry up?
I forgot the name of it.
Old Pepper!
Old Pepper, okay. Alright guys, now a little story of Old Pepper while you guys drank. And I decided just now that we're allowed to have notes because I'm sick of trying to remember the story. So James E. Pepper was a third-generation distiller and operated the distillery until 1939. When he passed away in 1958, the distillery fell on hard times and shut down. In 2008, Amir Pay of Georgetown Trading Co. acquired...
Wrong bite.
I went down the wrong path.
So basically, was bought by another person, and then they gathered all the information they could about the recipe on this whiskey and were able to then recreate the whiskey that was from 1939. They did it to the best of their ability. This is the rye single barrel. A little bit about, James E. Pepper. He was a fancy lad. He used to frequent this this club in New York called like Woodruff or something like that. And like the president used to go there, and he was with a bunch of rich people and whatnot. And so it was kind of like the Great Gatsby kind of thing, except alcohol wasn't illegal yet.
It wasn't illegal. You mean it wasn't legal? You said it wasn't illegal.
Smile was one of those rare smiles that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life.
It wasn't illegal, and the Great Gatsby.
Okay.
It's a double negative.
Yeah, I just confused me.
It was legal at the time.
There we go.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's all I got on him.
Okay, this is kind of candied, right? With a nice spice, like Rips.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting Rips, the candy, like.
Okay, so it tastes like Rips, but someone took like a lot of pepper and then they grinded it into it, and then they grinded some more pepper into it.
Yeah, definitely like
Very peppery.
real spicy and peppery. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of nice because
I like it.
Yeah, because it's kind of like candied. That pepper isn't like gross, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of a good balance.
I think it tastes pretty good. That's my analysis.
I think it tastes like a rye.
Yeah.
Hennessy Bender.
Hennessy?
We'll explain that story later. Drum roll, please.
So now we're gonna do David's whiskey.
Oh yeah, we're doing my whiskey. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
All right.
And for you today, we got Freeland Spirits Bourbon, their first bourbon.
That looks like a wine.
Yeah, it's finished actually in some Pinot Noir barrels from Elk Grove Winery. That's out in Portland, Oregon. Cool thing, it's actually owned by a woman, and the woman that actually it's named after doesn't even drink like alcohol at all.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a mix of 3-year-old and 12-year-old bourbon. Let me see what the mash bill was. The mash bill is 70% corn, 20% rye, and 10% malt. 92 proof. So pretty cool.
Should we pour it?
Sweet.
Let's pour it. Yeah. So not only is this.
Wait, what about for Josh?
Oh shit! My bad.
I'm still working on this one.
Just
Go.
Josh!
And over here we have featured Josh's arm. So not only is this owned by a woman, but it's operated by women. So woman power.
I'm getting a lot of cherry.
Oh, we're tasting.
That's actually, and that would make a lot of sense because Pinot Noir barrel
Oh,
aged.
that
Yeah,
makes sense. I forgot about that.
and you're totally right with that. A little bit of chocolate, I think, on the nose too.
A little bit of an odd scent to it.
That is really good.
Very good. So you definitely get the cherry, and I get tons of like chocolate notes too.
Cherry, chocolate.
Like chocolate on the finish, really hard actually. Like dark chocolate.
Really
hard.
Like-
Really hard dark chocolate on the finish, baby.
Just beating it down. Chocolate. 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 Hey, what's that? Chocolate. This one has a little bit of the ethanol taste, but still very subtle with it. But
Yeah, I don't get much of it.
I definitely taste chocolate.
It's definitely like a lot of sweetness, like I said, with the cherry and the chocolate, and even like some creaminess, like creamy and vanilla technique.
That Pinot finish kind of gives it more of that like darker, richer, the cherry and the berries.
All right, let's get to the whiskey,
Okay.
Paul. Next up is the loser of them all, Paul.
I'm 2-0.
Wow.
So let's just get this started. Let me see.
Ew.
Jacob, you might be familiar with this one.
Nope.
Oh,
Penelope, 4-grain cask strength. Barrel strength. whatever.
116 proof.
This is the one that tasted like bananas.
Yeah. This one is good. I thought it was really hard to find. Let's pour it and then I'm going to explain it all to you guys.
All right.
So, here's the story. Mike and Danny were next door neighbors, and they pretty much grew up as best friends. And I guess they kind of got sick of their 9-to-5s, and they decided to start their own whiskey company. Funny story is they actually, both of them and their wives got pregnant at the same time. And I guess they instantly thought of the name Penelope for their daughter when they found out it was a daughter, and that's where the whiskey name came from, because it was all happening at the same time.
Both of them named their daughters Penelope.
I think it was just one of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember if it was Mike or Danny. But yeah, that's the story with them.
Wow.
This is actually MGT sourced.
Okay, cool.
There's a certain taste I'm getting on it. It's not bananas this time. Actually, maybe it is. It's more like almost like a aged banana now.
Yeah, kind of like I get a pina colada, kind of like a banana again.
Yeah, something like that.
That's completely different than your two.
Yeah, it is.
Every single whiskey we've had has been completely different.
Yeah. My gosh, that
He's
Josh. He's a catch.
very good.
He's
good.
a catch.
He's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob, you are up first.
Okay. We're starting off with my bottle.
Your bottle,
On
you're
taste.
first.
Okay. I gave mine an 8.2 out of 10.
All right.
I gave yours a 8 out of 10.
All right. 8.4. So why'd you guys think?
It was my palate. I love Rise, and I thought overall it had a full flavor that wasn't lacking.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. Like I said, I got that ribs taste with like the spice at the end. I like that.
definitely like a sweet, peppery,
Yeah.
unique. I haven't had many whiskeys that taste like that. So uniqueness.
Okay. My bottle, I put a 3 out of 5.
I put a 3 out of 5 also.
I give it a 4.2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a generous scorer.
Okay, so obviously the bottle is not unique at all.
That's why I gave it 3.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, I guess it's pretty tough to find, but I just thought the bottle was like your normal like
Yeah.
ribbon, on the shelf.
All right. And
Backstory, I gave it a 2.5.
I give it a 3.
I'm generous. I give it a 4.2.
Wow, you were very generous.
But the average is out, like I said.
Okay, I thought, okay, there's a backstory to it, which is good, because some don't even have a backstory. And then the backstory was sort of interesting. You know, there's a character behind it, the Pepper Man.
I thought it was cool how it had its connection to Woodford. That was kind of why I gave it a 3. Otherwise,
I didn't talk about that on camera.
Oh, okay.
but-
Well, it has a connection to Woodford
Yeah.
Reserve, but that's the only reason I gave it a 3. Otherwise, it would have been lower.
Yeah.
The rest of it was kind of just like your basic like story, like nothing like very unique about it, like or interesting about it.
My whole thing with the history, I mean, it had a lot of history and it kind of how it went back and forth with that and how it became to what it is. So I thought that was cool.
Okay.
That's true. On to taste. For David, I gave it, I'm sorry, David, a 6.
It's brutal. It's brutal. I gave it a 9. It was my favorite of the 3.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
I gave it an 8.5 and it was also my favorite of the 3.
Really?
It's a soft, like wine, kind of like sweet, which is my palate. Like, a lot of times that rye spice is too much.
So I do usually enjoy the rice spice, but I don't know what was with Jacob, is that there was a tiny bit of harshness to it, while this one, it's like you can just keep sipping on it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to drink, you know what I mean? So
Why'd you give us your low score?
It wasn't my palate. I didn't think that there was a certain, I want to say sourness to it. And
Sweetness to it.
there's no sourness at all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm doing uniqueness.
Yeah.
I give it a 5. I know that's my okay. Let's go. Wait, we're going down the line.
Go for it.
No, you go.
5.
4.8. Wow, I'm the lowest on that one.
I gave it a 5.
The reason being, the bottle is super cool.
Yep.
Like I don't think I've ever seen a bottle
Yeah.
like this. And then I don't know. I've never seen it before in a store. So I was just like,
Same.
It's super unique.
Yeah.
Like it's an awesome design. I
Yeah,
like how they
really
did something different.
Backstory.
backstory. I also gave it a 5 because it's literally run by a woman. I've never heard ever of any whiskey company or bourbon
Yeah,
whatever
that's
company.
mostly majority
Oh,
men.
yeah, and it's run by a woman. Started by a woman, and it's started by a woman who doesn't even drink alcohol. So that's also crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, how does the tasting work with that?
have no
Like, how does
idea.
that work? Like, this is the whiskey that we made. Is
Yeah.
it good? I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting. I gave it a 3.5. The backstory was great. However, I wanted it to take me on a journey, and it didn't. Which it was absolutely interesting.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted something like they hiked like an entire mountain just to get here to a certain mountain to build by hand their distillery. They built it themselves by hand. Fought off like 3 bears, and then that's the story that was.
And they could have done that, but it's just
Yeah.
not included.
It's not
Who knows?
included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jacob's the harsh judger.
Yeah.
I'm the easy judger. I gave it a 4.6.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good story.
Paul's really
All
liking.
women, yeah, you know.
Yeah, Paul's really liking his decimal points.
All right, should I start? Or do you want to start?
I'll start. Paul, I gave you an 8.
Okay.
I love the ride. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I give it a 7. I know it's a little harsh to do.
8.2.
All right.
So why?
Reasons.
There was just, it was good.
And
The-
then?
The finish just wasn't.
Oh.
I really loved in the beginning. I'm trying to remember what I got in the beginning, but it was good. It was like sweetness, kind of like you said, banana. And at the end, I had something a little weird that I didn't like. Let me see.
I gave it an 8. I would have given it higher. I'm not 100% sure why it didn't go higher than that. But I love when there are certain underlying flavors that you have to try and, they're obviously there, but you're
Yeah.
trying to pick out exactly what that flavor is. I think it helps you grow as a whiskey taster, and I loved it, how it had that, and then also the spice on it was very good.
This was definitely the most unique. Like, there's flavors in there, like banana, that I never
Yeah.
really get in whiskeys. So I thought that was really cool. That's why I gave it 8.2. But I get it. I've won 2 in a row. I can't win them all. So they're trying to just, bash me down. It's whatever.
He gave me
This is up in the air. I'm not-
An 8
eight is a good
He gave me a 6. So
All right, uniqueness. Go.
3.
I also give it a 3.
Oh, 4.2.
I thought it was equivalent to Jacob's.
Yeah.
Basically, like a
Bottle
different-
style is clearly
Yeah,
equivalent.
difficult to find, but bottle style is very generic.
So I agree, and I gave Jacob a 4.2, and I
And
gave me a
yourself, yeah.
4.2.
There you go.
Because they're both kind of hard to find,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's fair.
Mine's not kind of hard to find. It is huge.
So is mine. I've never seen mine except for the store that I found it at.
Backstory. 1.9.
I gave it a 2.
Oh, man. I gave it a 3.5, which is the lowest backstory as well.
I have heard a lot of stories where it's like 2 best friends, they love whiskey, and they quit their 9 to 5 and go make whiskey, which is like, it's awesome. It's like a great story, but it's repetitive. Like, isn't Woodinville? Yeah, isn't Woodinville the same story?
Honestly, but Woodinville's story, it has such a journey behind it from what I've heard.
True, like,
sold their
Yeah.
They sold their house, they
Yeah.
cashed out their 401ks, which is a lot cooler.
On this one, they're sourcing it, so it's not like they actually open
Yeah.
up a whole distillery.
But
they
they
just,
did.
I think they're using someone else's facility to age the barrels and then to bottle.
Yeah.
So they're definitely taking a huge risk, but on the Woodinville side, it was like they
I
sold
think
their house
They
to buy a
they
distillery.
literally, yeah, which is
They were
nuts.
they were living at the
The
distillery.
fact that they weren't like most, little startups
source.
source, and they did.
Let's total them
Let's
up.
add them up and see who's the winner.
We are gonna add them up, and then we are gonna tell you who is the winner. We have our results.
Why are you so excited?
Because Paul's gonna present them, and you'll know why.
All right, Jacob, your overall score 7.42 out of 10.
Not bad, not bad. Big yours,
Respect.
My score 6.8. That's rough. That's more than a
4.
6.8 bottle right there.
Yeah, it is.
And David 8.46.
Golden Retriever! winner, 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 winner.
So what I heard is I just lost 50 bucks.
Oh, what I heard is we got 2 losers and a winner. I'm kidding.
Hey,
All right, David.
well done.
I'm just really excited because.
Okay, so overall, I think, yeah, you should have lost because your taste isn't as good, but I'll give you everything else.
Mine was the best tasting.
No, you know what? I'm just really excited because it's my first time winning.
Good job, David.
But
Good
there are
job.
3 great whiskeys, and maybe I was a little harsh on your taste, but I don't think if I would have point up, it would have made a difference for you because you got 6 points. Yeah.
So now that you've won the official Battle of the Bottles, what are you gonna do next?
I'm going in! Oh, I can't say that because maybe that's like, I was gonna say I'm going to Disney World, but I don't know.
No,
if that's
dude,
legal.
cut that out, cut that
Okay,
out.
cut it out.
Now that you've won Battle of the Bottles, what are you gonna do next?
I'm going to Top Shelf Wine and Spirits!
Let's sue him.